Now, Burkina Faso's military government has been overthrown. Are we back to the era of coups?
Thank you for having me. This is a very important question. The answer will be yes or no, or yes and no. Yes, in the sense that if we don't do the right things in Africa as quickly as we can, unconstitutional change of government or a return military coups will become perennial. The question is, what do we need to do right? What do we need to get right? And these are issues troubling Africa, and these are very complex. These are very complex issues ranging from insecurity, weak economy, lack of development, issues of leadership and governance. And until we get these things right, we'll always be at the brink of military pushes all the time. And so whether we like it or not, it is high time for African government, to sit up and look at issues of development, look at the insecurity troubling the whole of Africa, precisely West African sub-region, as well as the Sahel. And these are all the issues that are actually coming together, creating the kind of problems we're having, where there have been series of coups in countries like Mali, Chad, Burkina Faso, and Sudan, and the rest of other parts of Africa.
So when we talk about governments, you said governments now need to look at these issues. What is it that governments should do precisely to resolve them?
Yeah, what has happened in Burkina Faso cannot be disaggregated from the challenges from the entire continent of Africa, especially the episodic crisis and challenging situations in West Africa, the Sahel region. One of the major reasons I will give, for yesterday's coup, and which is actually what the coup plotters actually came up with, was the fact that the government has been unable to manage or mitigate the alarming insecurity caused by the Islamic insurgents, that has been crippling not only Cote d'Ivoire, but other parts of Africa. Even Nigeria is suffering from the same problem, insurgency in the northern part of Nigeria. Now you go to Mali, the same thing, Mali's problem is even complex, because some part of the country is asking for self-determination. The same thing in Guinea-Bissau, where there was also an attempted coup. And all these are the problems. I think the government should begin to look at ways to remedy insecurity. But we understand it's the kind of insecurity in Africa right now. It's very complex that no one nation can handle it, and so we need concerted effort from the international community. The African governments themselves, don't even have the wherewithal when it comes to finance, to get weapons, the kind of weapons that will help them fight this insecurity. And so I think all these put together creates that grievances within the national politics, national polity that actually creates the room for military pushes. When the citizens are unhappy, frustration comes in, and the people will begin to ask for a change of government.
Oh, I thank you very much for joining us, Professor Efem Ubi.